Hey guys, Vass here from Aussie RC Playground, and today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Arrma Raider. I've had my eye on this buggy for some time. I didn't buy it last year, I held off because there were already a lot of reviewers out there that were testing this guy out. But this is a new release. This is the 2013 release. They've addressed a few issues that came with the original buggy. So I was pretty keen to get my hands on it and actually, finally, really just try it out. Now, as you can see, this is the two-wheel drive version, and in the 2013 lineup that Arrma are releasing, there's actually going to be a brushless version this time around, which is really, really cool. However, when I looked at the prices, I kind of got put off the brushless version very quickly. This is $190 from Tower Hobbies, whilst the brushless version is $350. That's a $160 difference. That's a huge amount. I mean, that's almost double the price, just so you can get brushless. Now, the brushless version does come with a LiPo battery, whilst this guy here comes with a nickel metal hydrate battery. But for 160 bucks, I think I can get this guy brushless for a lot less than that. So let's crack him open and have a bit of a look and see what we actually get. I heard that there's actually a new remote as well. I could be wrong, but we'll soon see. This is still factory sealed. I actually got it this morning, and I had to go to work, and I was hanging to get home and actually do this unboxing and really check out this buggy. So alrighty, here we go. Completely ready to run, water resistant or waterproof. The transmission is full metal gears as well, and is brushless ready, so you can get get yourself a power system, and away you go. There we are. There's a little guy all packaged up nicely in the box. This feels kind of heavy and is about the size of a battery, so I'm putting my money that this is the battery. Here we go. Battery they give you is a Arrma Power battery. It's self-branded, and it is a 3000 milliamp, a 7.2 volt. For a brushed version, I'm accepting this. If it was a brushless and I still had one of these, I'd be a little bit peeved, but for brushed, hey, you can't complain. So we'll put the battery aside. Now, so they have changed the remote. Okay, what else do we get in here? There is a charger. So this is one of those little trickle chargers that I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with, all the sort of low-end ready to run vehicles. So here we have a binding plug and a spare little antenna. Pop that aside, and there's our remote. Coincidentally, this looks very similar. I'll just reach back here to the Duratrax remote. In fact, it looks identical down to the final details. The only difference between them, of course, is the little decals that they've put. So this one's got Duratrax down the bottom, this one's got Arrma down here, but essentially it's the same remote. I've been using this one on the Duratrax and it's served me well. I haven't had any issues with it so far. And I believe this is an identical remote as well that a lot of the axial cars have got. Someone pointed that out to me. But anyway, we'll put that guy away. Oh, sorry. And we'll move that out of the way, and let's get to the main event. Slide this off, I'm assuming. Out you come. Yep, get rid of that. Here we go. And there's a great big yellow sticker down the bottom. Just put my hand on it. Get rid of that. And what else do we have in here? Okay, in here we have, sorry, the mic's kind of, anyway, we have what looks like a couple of servo horns. Interesting. There's a couple of little servo horns in there. We've got some shock preload spacers in there as well. A little T-wrench, which I've got like 5 of them already. And there's about 4 different size Allen keys. And of course your instruction manuals in there as well. It's all sealed up, so I'm not going to bore you too much with that. We'll put that away and let's have a look at the buggy. Of course, I will give you guys a bit of a closer look at this guy as I talk to you. So, now, one of the biggest issues, we are ready to control, rah, 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 warning, 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 written in about 10 different languages. We'll get rid of that. One of the biggest issues that this car had in its first release was that the battery compartment underneath although it was very cool to have very easy to access battery compartment without having the need to remove the body or the leg stand from the actual car itself, was that you couldn't actually fit a LiPo battery in here. Now apparently Arrma have addressed this issue, and they've made it, I don't know, a little bit different or a little bit bigger. So there is basically just one side pin down the side here. You pull that out and it's attached to a little rubber type gizmo to stop you from losing the pin, which is very cool. And then you should be able to pop this guy open, maybe? Oh no, hang on. There is actually a pin that goes right through it. Got to pull this guy out. And hey presto, there's our battery compartment. So it's underneath. And of course this all comes with the mirror plugs, which is going to be a slight issue for me because I use Deans on everything, and that's going to require me to solder on some Deans, but that's not a big deal. So I'm really looking forward to seeing if you can actually fit a LiPo pack in here. I'm not going to do it now. This is just a basic overview of what you actually get out of the box. So we'll pop this guy back in. Righty, tires. Let's talk about tires first off. Soft compound, I like. Foam inserts in there as well. So yeah, I like the rubber compound on these. I think it feels pretty good. Very aggressive tread pattern, I must admit. Suspension wise, out of the box, ooh, pretty plush. I like it, not bad. I think once you have the battery in there, it's going to sit probably a little bit low, but it should be okay. Now, some of you may be asking why I decided to go for the Raider. Quite simply, a lot of what I own are short course trucks, truggies, and I've got a couple of monster trucks as well. And I've got some four-wheel drive buggies. Now, I don't have anything that's kind of, well, I hate to use the term because I know that some people are quite sensitive about it, but scale. This is a little bit more scale than your traditional two-wheel drive buggy, and it's a little bit of a desert buggy, and I really like the look of it. I think it's a little bit different from what I normally have. And of course it's two-wheel drive, where the majority of the cars I own are four-wheel drive. So I definitely wanted to try a different platform, a different brand, and just go a little bit outside the norm and try this guy out. Now, the motor, I believe, is a 15 turn, I think I read somewhere. Excuse me while I quickly look at the box. It doesn't actually say on the box. It just says that it's waterproof. Apologies for that. I think it's a 15 turn. I could be wrong. But overall it looks pretty good. You've got your little receiver, or not receiver rather, your ESC is tucked away right at the front, and this is a different ESC to the original Raider. And you can use LiPo batteries with this ESC. This has got the same system as my, you can't see it, it's out of shot, but down here there's my drift car, my GTR from Hobby King, the Mission D drift. That has an ESC that's got these little jumpers, and you basically, depending on where you position them, it will give you forward and reverse, or just forward, no reverse, and then it will allow you to run it on nickel metal hydrate batteries, such as this, and if you flip it over, you can actually run LiPo batteries. So it's important that you make sure that you've got your ESC set up correctly for what it is you want to do. This is a very interesting design. I mean, I always liked it from the first time I saw it, when I saw other people unboxing this and testing them out. It's always had my attention, and I'm actually very happy to have it in my hands finally. This is got the twin vertical plates on either side, very Savage-esque like. So very, very cool. These things are supposed to be pretty durable as well. I've seen Jang from Ultimate RC actually did a great big durability test on this thing, and it didn't break a lot on it. And that was slamming it against walls and things like that. So I'm assuming under normal driving conditions, this should actually last pretty well. It does have upper and lower A-arms up the front here, so you've got this like wishbone type of scenario up the front. It's just, you know, it's a nice little thing. I think this will be fun. It'll be, I'm not expecting it to be too fast, although they are claiming something like 30 miles an hour out of the box. Did I read that? Yeah, 30 mile plus an hour out of the box. So I'm assuming once you throw a LiPo battery in here, you probably get it up to speed. So this is basically my little unboxing. You know, you've got, I'm not going to waste too much time on it, but you know, you've got access to your slipper clutch back here. You know, you've got dog bones, steel or metal dog bones down the rear, which is really nice. You've got an aluminium brace going across the top here, 2.4 gigahertz of course, so you've got a short stubby little antenna, cute little wing which seems to be pretty flexible as well. I've actually seen some guys modify these and actually put some LEDs in here as well, which is really cool. Don't know if I'll do that, but that's a nice little neat thing that I've seen a couple of guys do. And you know, I'm very keen to try this out. The days are starting to get a little bit better. I've actually got not just this car, but I've actually got another one on the way as we speak. So if you guys haven't subscribed already and you're watching this for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. I've got a lot of cars coming up in the upcoming months, and the next one that I should be getting, well, the next one that I will be getting is going to be, I think, one that a lot of people have been waiting for. That's about the only hint you're going to get. So you get a battery, you get a charger, you get your remote, the car itself, fully ready to run. I'm really excited about this car. I can't wait to test it out. I'm happy with the compound of the tyres. The suspension feels really good. The little upgrades and improvements that they've made to the car sound promising, look promising. So stay tuned for some running videos coming up pretty soon. Make sure you crush the like button before you go, and I'll speak to you guys very, very soon.